So we've got Chaos Rising. This is going to be the second set after Perfect Order is out. I think that's out on the end of March. We're going to get it in May. It is going to be the 22nd of May, which is going to be a Friday, standard as anything, and pre-releases will be from the 9th all the way through to the 17th. This set is obviously going to be fully announced and fully really in kind of its aura of illustrations and SARs on the 13th of March, as this is going to be the Japanese set Ninja Spinner. If you are unaware of why we have Japanese and English normally, or I think since the dawn of time, we've had Japanese come first, and a month, 2 months, even 3 months later, we will get the English variation. Now, they're not always an absolute complete match. Sometimes there's a double set in Japanese and maybe some cards are added. There might be some extra ones in English that are taken and some that are Japanese that are not taken over. But most of the time, SARs, kind of illustrations, kind of a lot of the comments tend to be within that next set. So Chaos Rising is coming, and apparently we have had a leak of the Mega Greninja. Take it with a bit of salt. I don't know how kind of true it is, if it is or not, or whatever. We've got so much information left, right and centre, but if it is, it does look a pretty good card. Honestly, I feel like it could be better. It's still very nice. Greninja is outrageous, but you got to think of the kind of, was it Twilight that we got the last one like this, and not a Mega but Greninja in itself. I was kind of expecting more of kind of like all of the patterns together. I really like when they do bring more of the Pokemons together. I can't really see too far into it, but I'm kind of hoping, in fact, I can kind of see a bit more. You can't really see any of the other Pokemons. I feel like that could be something, but I can't see it under the writing. But naturally, I do like when you've got like the Charizard with the Charmeleon, the Charizard and the Charmander. I quite like that with the Megas. Not for every single one, so it's fair enough in itself, but it's definitely one that is worth having a look at. Again, whether this is true or not, we will obviously wait and see. And we'll see in the next couple of days, because like I say, Ninja Spinner is coming out. That will have the SAR in there. This is kind of the Ninja Spinner set. Like I say, the 13th of March is going to be the Japanese set. We have had released that we are going to get a Ampharos and we are going to get a Tauros, which is incredible. And then we've also had a few of the Megas leaked as well. We've got a video on the channel if you want to check all of these cards out a little bit more in detail. We've kind of gone through these already, and we will probably have a look again. We do have the Mega Greninja there though. We'll probably look at these again after the 13th of March when it is actually fully out. I'm hoping to get myself a cheeky little box for it, as it's just much easier to get than English. So realistically, what can we expect from Chaos Rising? Is it going to be a set well worth collecting? It looks like it's going to be a potential smaller set again. There is obviously talks of all over Facebook and all over like the forums that there will be a potential pre-order very, very soon. So if you are going in the UK to your Smiths or any of your local spots, then I can imagine they will start doing them at some point within the near future, because we've not got that long to wait until we get there. Now, obviously, Perfect Order is going to be in first. Personally, for me, it's not necessarily the best set in the world. Like, I'm kind of looking at it and thinking, yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's got some lovely cards. Again, if you are unaware, that is technically already out, because it is going to be the Nihil Zero set. So this has already been in Japanese, and as you check the high to low, yes, we do have like a Mega Zygarde that's nice. Meowth is actually really cool. Very weird Starmie, and there's a few, and that Mega Zygarde is going to be the gold card. The Mega Zygarde over here, you can see in terms of what we're getting, I don't think it's going to be that crazy of a set. There's certain artworks that work, but it's a small set. It's 117 cards in total. It's not necessarily massive. I feel like we're going to get very similar with Chaos Rising, but the difference is it's going to be that Greninja. The Greninja is always going to be a fan favorite. We'll get the Mega Greninja as a normal, and more than likely, like, we'll follow the pattern, we'll get a Mega Greninja Gold. I'm not a massive fan of Greninja Gold. It just isn't really my thing, but I do want to check out. It is a Greninja here, isn't it? This was kind of like the previous Greninja that we're kind of looking at. Still coming in at 289 as a light hollow. If we do go and we view, how do I do this again? It's view more data, filter, and then we want to go near mint and then view the sales. So we're looking at a near mint data of 280 as well. I mean, fair enough. In terms of you look from that past year. We've kind of had ups and downs with it. It's kind of on the down hype at the moment. It is an absolutely stunning card, to say the least. And Greninja's always had a very big following whenever it comes to just cards in itself. If we go card type, no, product type, we want just Pokemon cards. There we go. You kind of look at the Greninja and Zoroark. You've obviously got the Rainbow, Pokemon Leagues and stuff like that. You've got the beautiful promo card that's now £85. That one came out of a £25 box, I'm pretty sure, or something along them lines. Just outstanding. Obviously, then you've got a few of the EXs. He hasn't really had crazy, like the Gold Star is going to be one of them as well. I believe that's probably on like a 0 at the moment. A few GXs and a few nice kind of just normal common cards, really. I think that's kind of the important thing, is you've got some nice Cosmo Holos with him and some very nice just standard artworks, but he hasn't really had the flat out treatment of illustrations going absolutely nuts for him. So it's going to be nice to add another one to it, or at least another two to the mega side of it, and I think that alone will do very well. That will 100% do its bit for the community. Obviously, we've had Ascended Heroes that's still on its way out. Like if you're in the UK, I'm pretty sure it's everywhere. It's kind of got that weird release that things are releasing like every month or other month. So we are still waiting for more and more product with it. Personally, it's an amazing set, but it's very difficult to get and it's going to be way overhyped for price. Phantasmal, another one that I think, just because it's got like this could kind of be what the Chaos Rising's like, because it's a smaller set, like Chaos Rising's going to be. We seem to be getting a lot more smaller sets, but we've got like 1 or 2 cards that are mega. Obviously, the Charizard at 870 is mega. We've got the gold card at 375, 450. It's still a mega card. Obviously, it's very difficult to get. But then everything else is under 50, which I think is more nice. Like, I mean, that is going to be what Chaos Rising is going to be like. Now, what this kind of does remind me of, personally, is if you look at Perfect Order, another small set. You look at then Chaos Rising, by all accounts, going to be quite a small set again. We are seeing almost an identical of kind of like your starts. Like you look at the kind of start of Scarlet and Violet, like look at Paldea Evolved with obviously the Magikarp that eventually got its hype. The Obsidian Flames, I think, is a very nice one to Charizard, but the Charizard in Phantasmal is outrageous. I didn't like Obsidian at all. I just think it looks... I don't like... was it Terrestrial? I don't like that sort of Terra vibe. It's just not my personal vibe with it. So that's fairs. 151, Ascended Heroes. We kind of look at like then the Perfect Order being the Paradox Rift, the Temporal Forces. Funnily enough then, the Twilight Masquerade, very similar to what Chaos Rising could be. And I know there might be different discrepancies in terms of how many cards are in each set. I'd be very interested to see what the next Paldea and Fates is going to be like. More than likely they do a shiny set, it tends to be. Then we'll probably get another kind of smaller set. And then we start to hit into the big boys, where they more than likely have got the mega sets. The Mega Rayquaza, I feel like, it's got to be a massive set. That could be just... It could either be one of two ways. It could be shrouded on steroids, or it could be how Surgeon Sparks started. It could be almost like the Dragon Vault, a dragon-only small set, Mega Rayquaza, Mega Dragonite. Like, you could really ramp it up even more so, or just even normal Dragonite. So that could be an interesting one as we go into it, and then we start getting some heavy hitters. It's the same as if you go back to Sword and Shield. You look at kind of going back, way back, and you look at kind of the start again. Darkness Ablaze, Rebel Clash. Yes, now they're starting to get more popular. Vivid Voltage is definitely doing some. Shining Fates, incredible. Battle Styles, we start ramping it up. We go into a bit of Chilling Reign. We get some nice illustrations, or what were they? They were alt arts back then. Evolving Skies now is just unbelievable. But back then it was good. Like it was a very nice set, but it wasn't necessarily the level that it is now. And then you kind of look as you go further. We jump up one more with a bit of Fusion Strike. Good set. Brilliant Stars keeps it nice and tame. Astral Radiance, slightly better. Lost Origin, incredible. And then we finish on 2 massive ones. Silver Tempest with the Lugia. Crown Zenith with unbelievable cards and very good pull rates. So I just feel like we're following that same sort of pattern as we go into the Mega Evolution as well. We've already had it kind of potentially looked at that we are going to potentially get some sort of Aura Seeker set. This could be potentially in 2027. We are looking at Winds and Waves. That's a potential coming out then. Again, we will see where that goes. And there is obviously going to be a Celebration collection at some point as well. So it is always going to be interesting. We've got Abyss Eye on the 22nd of May. So that's going to be the next set in Japanese after Ninja Spinner. We then also have Storm Emeralda, which is going to be the Mega Ray. They are going to be big dates on your checklist. And we will obviously continue the information as we get closer to them to see what we can actually get. Mega Darkrai, it could be an incredible one. So leave a comment down below what you're excited for. Are you going Japanese, English? Leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you all for that next one. Peace.